Features of the 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser All 300 Chris. 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris reviews some roof safety features. Toyota has never been half-hearted in implementing safety features in its products. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 is no exception. There are lane departure alert hold-up, rear camera detection work, active high beam system, and dynamic radar cruise control works, and pre-collision system. Not to mention Toyota's integrated service called Touch, which includes Find My Car, stolen vehicle tracking, geofencing, vehicle info, the care maintenance, inquiry support system, prep driving update, even drone assistance. Because we need a more detailed explanation, we will discuss the safety and security features in a separate but detailed discussion. Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review and car entertainment system. Toyota Land Cruiser owners don't only venture into off-road touring, not surprisingly. The sub based on the Toyota new global architecture flatter is used to split concrete force out the driving in urban areas. Then matters of audio features become important. Moreover, often the owner of the Toyota Land Cruiser 300 with brass and your trim sits in the second row seats and uses the services of the driver. Luckily, this car is equipped with an 11.6-inch rear seat entertainment which can support it by and also Marcas. Interior of the Toyota Land Cruiser All 300 Chris 2022. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review dashboard layout. Enter the interior and you will be stunned by the luxury and sporty touch of this sub that competes with the Nissan Patrol and the Mercedes-Benz class. The black nuance also strengthens the sporty aura of this car. A modern era is obtained from the monitor screen in the middle, which is not only able to function as an audio device, but to support off-road activities. A use the layout of the buttons is quite easy to reach by the hands of the driver and front passenger. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review seats, especially for the sport trim like the one we're reviewing. It is equipped with a grass embossing which adds to the sporty impression. Its luxury has not been forgotten because all the seats for the driver, front passenger, second and third row passengers have been covered in leather. Finding the ideal driving position is also not difficult because the driver's seat can be adjusted electrically and the steering wheel of this car can be adjusted tilt and telescopic, making it easier for the driver to have any posture. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review baggage as a full-size sub. You also don't need to doubt its ability to carry goods, especially now that the folding of the seats can be flat on the floor for the third row, unlike previous generations, which had to be folded sideways like the Toyota Tugging and Nava. To fold it is also easy. You only need to pull the lever on the side of the trunk, then the chair will automatically fold and give you luggage freedom. How many golf clubs do you want to bring? Still fits for sure. Operation of the Toyota Land Cruiser All 300 2022. The only Land Cruiser Sport 2022 has a new heart, namely with a Diesel 6 configuration engine in it that has the code 33F. This engine is capable of producing 300 up of power at 4,000 engine speed and brutal torque with 700 in the engine speed range of 1,600 to 2,600 rpm. This power is channeled to 4-wheel sport through a 10-speed direct shift and net transmission which can channel engine power more effectively and efficiently in various driving conditions, including off-road. For the front and rear legs, the construction is still the same as the previous generation Land Cruiser. At the front it used double wishbone, and at the rear solid axle with molded link coupled with adaptive variable suspension. This adaptive variable suspension can adjust the hardness of the shock absorbers according to your needs. The suspension was added with its electronic kinetic dynamic suspension system, especially for the grass type, plus electronic differential lock for the front rear wheels. This acts as an electronically regulated stabilizer. So when going fast, the stabilizer will be sit stiff and increase rigidity, thereby minimizing the symptoms of dizziness, while when you need to drive off-road, the stabilizer can be made more flexible so that the suspension articulation is getting better. If you think the Mercedes-Benz class is too expensive and uncomfortable, then it's a good idea to take a look at the 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris. The combination of sporty taste, good off-road and still luxurious makes it worth choosing. What's more, you have to hurry because the pivot of this car is quite snaky. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review off-road features. This benefits a true off-road car. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 is also equipped with several advanced off-road features. Apart from the X and differential lock features which you can read in the specification box, it is also equipped with a built-in inclinometer whose image can be displayed on the audio screen. Speaking of off-road, this car is equipped with the multi-turn selectance feature and serves to assist the driver when going through roads that can make the car stuck due to wheel slip or loss of speed due to lack of torque. This switch is operated by a knob on the center console, provides several choices of off-road driving modes, namely soil, dirt and sand, mud, and rock. This feature works automatically to control the turbo suspension and brakes at the 300 according to the terrain being traversed. The Cindermobile team has proven itself that sure enough, as long as it goes through the available obstacles, this car doesn't look difficult at all. With all the features and sophistication available, we feel that anyone can drive this car in off-road terrain and feel like an experienced off-roader. Moreover, all the sophistication is supported by performance, suspension, and a qualified approach and departure angle. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022. Talking about the Toyota Land Cruiser certainly seems endless. No need to talk to phone. Everyone must already know about the superiority of this Toyota off-roader, starting from the generation of the series to the 300 series that is present today. Likewise with the Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022, which we will discuss this time. Toyota Astra Motor Town, as the agent holding the Toyota brand, has never been half-hearted in entering its car lineup in the country. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 is clear evidence. Apart from the trim, also includes the grass type as top of the line. So how attractive is this ladder frame sub? Let's review it thoroughly in the following review of the Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022. Exterior of the Toyota Land Cruiser all 300 Chris 2022. The Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Chris 2022 review front view.